Good morning, students. Welcome to class 11th biology. Today we are starting unit 4 plant physiology, chapter 11 in Navbodh book and chapter 18 in Siulal book, transport in plants. In plants, various substances like water, mineral, gases, photosynthetic products, organic solute and hormones move from one place to other place, not only to shorter distance but also to long distance, as from root hair to the top of the plant to the leaves, and organic solutes produced in the leaves to the root tips. Short distance transport takes place through normal diffusion process and cytoplasmic streaming movements, but for the long distance movements, conductive tissue of plants is responsible. Conductive tissue of plant body are the xylem, which conduct mineral and waters from soil to top of the plants, and phloem, which contain organic solutes from leaves to lowermost part of the plant body. Cell is also a physiological unit. Cell as a physiological unit or physiological system. Body of organism, plants, animals, made up of millions of cells and tissues. Living cells contain protoplasm, which itself contain organic and inorganic components. Water is major structural constituent of the protoplasm. 60 to 90% part of protoplasm is water. Water acts as a reactant or as end product in several biological processes. For example, in photosynthesis, it acts as reactant, 6CO2 plus 12H2O. Here it is reactant, but in respiration process, it is the byproduct. In biological process, water is as reactant or byproduct of biochemical reactions. It also serves as a medium for transport of inorganic salts and food materials. It provides rigidity to plant cells and help in their growth and maintenance of form and structure. Water is required for germination of seeds. Other physiological processes like mineral nutrition, photosynthesis, transpirations, respiration, etc. also require aqueous medium in the cell. All such activities take place only within living cell. Therefore, a cell is regarded as a physiological unit. Plant water relationship. Plant require water for their biochemical reactions, biological activities or physiological activities, but plants are unable to take water from environment directly. Plant takes water from soil through their root systems. After reaching inside the plant body, water is then transported into different cells and tissues. Some of this water is consumed by plants in different activities, and remaining water is transpired through stomata. At the same time, many physical and vital activities like absorption of water, translocation of water, diffusion, osmosis, plasmolysis, osmotic regulation, transpiration, etc. take place during transport of water from root to top of the plants. There are many physiological activities are involved. These processes result in the development of a relationship which is known as plant-water relations. Importance of water for plants. Water constitutes 60 to 90% part of cytoplasm. In the absence of water, cytoplasm become inactive and cell become died. Water acts as universal solvent. Thus it acts as a carrier for different type of substances. Most of the biological substances are soluble in waters. Water acts as hydrogen donor in the process of photosynthesis. In the process of photosynthesis, there are two reactions, light reaction and dark reaction. In light reactions, water photolyze in presence of light to give rise hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion or electron and proton. Water is an end product of respiration and it increases the rate of respiration. Hydrolysis and condensation like processes depends on water. Hydrolysis is breakdown of larger molecule in presence of water into simpler ones, and condensation is combination of simpler molecules to form complex or larger molecules. Water also maintains the turbidity of cells. Water play important role in the dispersal of spores, fruits and seeds. It is also necessary for movement and locomotion of gametes. Water controls the temperature of plant and thus protect the plant from high temperatures. Many organic substances lose their properties in the absence of water, like the protein get its 3D structures in presence of water only. Now, transport. So cell to cell transport. Body of multicellular organism is made up of a large number of cells. Cell which contain water or other substances are diffused to neighboring cells. By process of simple diffusion or osmosis, plant absorb water and mineral from the soil. They also synthesize organic food materials. These substances move up to short distance or long distance in plant body. Short distance transforms of these substances take place by diffusion, imbibition and osmosis process. Like the plants absorb water through their root hairs. Outermost layer of root is called epidermis or epiblema, which contain unicellular root hairs. These root hairs remain in contact with soil water. Water absorbed by root hairs goes to epidermal cells or epidermal layers, from where it is transported to cortical layers, cortex to endodermis, pericycle, then enters to the vascular bundles From where it goes to xylem, and through xylem, trachea and vessels it is transported upwards. Diffusion if a solute is placed in its solvent, it is dissolved and its particles move to that they are evenly distributed. Suppose we put some sugar or salt in water, it settles to the bottom, but after some times it is completely dissolved into the water and its molecules are uniformly distributed to all part of the pot in which we have taken the water. So diffusion can be defined as the movement of molecules or particles from a region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration. The rate of diffusion of gases is faster than liquid or solids. Literally, diffusion refers to the process of spreading out of a material in all the directions. For example, if a small bottle of perfume is opened in the corner of a room, the essence spreads in all area of the room. Similarly, if a dye like a crystal of copper sulfate, potassium permanganate is dropped in a beaker containing water, dye spread in water and ultimately whole water of beaker turned colored blue or violet. The process of diffusion takes place in all the state of matters like gas, liquid and solid. In all states, diffusion takes place. But the rate of diffusion is higher in the gases, because in gases there is lot of intermolecular spaces, so that in gas diffusion of gases is higher. And in liquids it is more than solid but less than gases. In solids the diffusion is shorter. Factors affecting diffusion. There are some external and internal factors which affect the rate of diffusion. Important factors are density of diffusing substance, according to Graham's law of diffusion, the rate of diffusing molecules of a substance is inversely proportional to the square root of density of that substance. It means that the rate of diffusion of a gas having higher density is always lower than that of the diffusion of a gas with lower density, or D is proportional to 1 upon under root D. Here D rate of diffusion and small d density of diffusing substance. Density of diffusing substance and density of diffusing medium. If the density of diffusing medium is higher, the rate of diffusion of a material will be lower. Other factor is temperature. With increase in the temperature of diffusing medium, kinetic energy of a molecule present in the medium also increase. It results increasing in the diffusion rate of molecules. Diffusion pressure gradients. Means different in the diffusion pressure between two mediums. rate of diffusion of a substance increase if there is higher diffusion pressure gradient between two ends, having higher and lower concentration of diffusing material of a diffusing system. According to molecular principle, every substance is made up of small molecules. These molecules are in a state of static movement, which depends upon the free energy of substance. Free energy of a substance is also known as the chemical potential. This is influenced by temperature, pressure, and the number of molecules present per unit area of the substance. In this content, diffusion may be defined as movement of molecules from a region of higher free energy to the region of lower free energy is known as diffusion. Process of diffusion continues till the concentration of diffusing molecules become equal in whole of the space available. As a rule, diffusion of one material is independent of the diffusion of other material. Process can take place simultaneously for more than one substance without affecting each other. Movement in all the directions, like the air is the mixture of different gases. Different gases have different concentration in the air. According to their concentrations, they are diffused independently. Diffusion pressure or dP diffusing particles have a certain pressures called diffusion pressures. This is directly proportional to the number or concentration of the diffusing particles or molecules. Therefore, the diffusion takes place always from a region of higher diffusion pressure to a region of lower diffusion pressures. That is always along a diffusion pressure gradient. Take the examples of a essence or perfume which is opened at the corner of a room. At the corner, the diffusion pressure of essence molecules or perfume molecules are higher in comparison to other part of room. Therefore, or in the bottle of perfume, the diffusion pressure of perfume molecules is higher in comparison to air of the room. Therefore, from the bottle of the perfume, molecule of perfumes are diffused to different part of room up till equilibrium is established. For example, the diffusion pressure of gas inside a balloon is higher than the gas outside. If the balloon bursts, gas inside the balloon diffuse outside rapidly due to difference in diffusion pressures. Similarly, the diffusion pressure of a solvent is always higher than that of a solution made from that solvent. Importance of diffusion: it keeps the cell wall of the internal plant tissue moist. Exchange of gases, carbon dioxide and oxygen between the plant interior and outside air take place through diffusion. Transpiration is a process of diffusion occurs through stomata. Osmosis is a special type of diffusion in which solvent molecule diffuse through semi-permeable membrane. Diffusion play important role in the transport of iron and food material inside the plant body. Due to diffusion of aromatic substance, we feel the essence of flower. Indirectly, it helps in pollination by insects. Facilitated diffusion means diffusion of diffusing molecules with the help of some other molecules is called facilitated diffusion. means the diffusion of molecule with the help of other molecules. Transport of materials into and out of the cell is carried by diffusion, facilitated diffusion, and active transport. Lipid soluble substances easily pass directly through the cell membrane because it is mainly made up of it. In biomembrane, you have read biomembrane is made up of three layers: outer and inner protein layer and middle bipolar lipid or fat layers, which has hydrophobic and hydrophilic ends. Fat soluble or lipid soluble substances can easily pass in and out of the cells through plasma membrane. Plasma membrane acts as a semi-permeable membrane, but the water soluble molecules cannot enter directly due to presence of hydrophobic end of the lipids. The water soluble substances are first taken by some protein molecules, which are called integral proteins or carrier proteins, and with the help of these protein molecules they come in and out, or they move in and out. So this type of diffusion is called facilitated diffusion. Hydrophilic solute find difficult to pass through the membrane. Their movement has to be facilitated. For this the membrane passes. Echoporions and ion channels. Echoporions are membrane protein for passive transport of water soluble substance. Diffusion of hydrophilic substance along the concentration gradient through fixed membrane transport protein without involving energy expenditures is called facilitated diffusion. It is very specific as it allows cell to select substances for uptake. Two major types of transport proteins are known. These are carrier proteins and channel proteins. Carrier proteins bind to particular solute to be transported and deliver the same to the other side of the cell membrane. Channel protein allow diffusion of solute of an appropriate size. Carrier protein itself bind with the substance, and with substance form a substance protein complex, which is broken in inner side or inner membrane. Channel protein provide channel or pathway for the entrance of a particular size of molecules. Active transport. The transport of molecule across membrane by expenditure of energy against concentration gradient is called active transport. In this type of transport, metabolic energy in the form of ATP is required, and this type of transport is against the concentration gradients, means from area of lower concentrations to the area of higher concentrations. In this transport, movable carrier proteins are called pump. It is faster than passive transport. Rate of active transport reaches maximum when all the protein pumps are being used in transport or saturation effect. Carrier proteins are highly specific. They are also sensitive to inhibitions that react with protein side chains. Like the flow of water from higher area to lower area is a passive transport without expenditure of energy, but flow of water from deeper area to upper area is by expenditure of energy by using motor or energy from electricity or from the fossil fuels. As we bring out water from well by expenditure of energy, by human energy or mechanical energy. Imbibitions. Certain substances, when kept in water, absorb water and get swell up, like cellulose, starch, protein. If placed in a particular liquid, absorb it and swell up. This process is known as imbibition. The process can be observed everywhere. When some pieces of gum or wood or some seeds are placed in water, they absorb the water quickly and swell up considerably, resulting in the increase in their volume. These substances are known as imbibants and the phenomena as imbibitions. The imbibition is a physical process. It is not a biological process through which a solid or semi-solid materials absorb water. It happens only when the material is dry enough. The material responsible for water absorption through imbibitions are cell wall and component of cytoplasm. These materials present in wood absorb water in rainy season, resulting in swelling up of the door and window. Due to these reasons, it is difficult to close the door perfectly in rainy season. For the process of imbibition, the imbibant must have affinity for the solvent. Like the wood is not show imbibition property in oil because it don't absorb the oil, don't show affinity with oil, but it show affinity with the water. Cell wall of every plant material contains cellulose, starch, lignin and pectic substances which are hydrophilic colloids. These are responsible for imbibition of water. The pressure developed through imbibition is known as imbibition pressure. Due to difference in the imbibition pressures, the capacity of imbibition by different substances is different. This capacity is higher in protein, which is followed by starch and cellulose respectively. Characteristics of imbibants. Characteristics of imbibitions. Creation of pressure. Due to the process of imbibition, a pressure is created in imbibants, which is known as imbibition pressure. This pressure is created when imbibants like seeds are kept in water. In the seed of pea kept in water, the imbibition pressure is approximately 1000 atmosphere, which is created due to imbibition. Due to imbibition, there is change in volume. There occurs increase in the volume of imbibants like seed due to the process of imbibitions. Likewise, there is a corresponding decrease in the volume of water or solvent in the system. Production of heat. Imbibition results in the increase of temperature of the imbibition system. This results due to increase in the kinetic energy of water during the process of imbibitions. Importance of imbibitions. Imbibition plays a vital role in seed germination. The bursting of seed coat during germination is due to high imbibition pressures. It makes the germination process easy. Egg cell absorb water through imbibitions. Imbibitions help in transport of water inside a plant body. During maturation of fruit and seed, water becomes available due to imbibitions. Before water absorption by root hair, the molecule of water are first imbibed at the surface of root hairs or cell wall of the root hairs. then it is transported to different layer of tissues. Imbibitions can be experimentally shown by taking some dry seeds like the gram seeds into the water. Take some gram seeds and keep them in the water for sometimes. After sometimes we observe that the seeds absorb the water and get swell up, and the amount of water is decreasing. Result, imbibition result in the increase of volume of imbibating seeds and decrease in the volume of water.